Hallie and I am your special news reporter.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy Bennett and I'm your new sportscaster.
Hi, my name is Janissa Martinez and I am your weather girl.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn Dykes and I'm your cafeteria commentator.
I'm your host, Jocelyn Perez. Welcome to Wildcat News. I'm your host, Jocelyn Perez. We have a very busy week ahead, but first, let's take a look at our menu with our cafeteria commentator. Jocelyn?
Thanks, JP. On Tuesday, we'll be having toast for breakfast with a side sausage, and for lunch, we'll be having chicken nuggets, and on the side, there will be peas, macaroni and cheese, and an apple. On Wednesday for breakfast, we'll be having ham and egg on an English muffin, and for lunch, a turkey BLT on flatbread is on the menu with corn and applesauce on the side with the additional choice of salad bar. On Thursday for breakfast, we'll be having an Uncrustable with a side of fruit, and for lunch, beefy nachos with a side of pineapple and the additional choice of salad bar. On Friday, we'll be having biscuits and gravy for breakfast with a side of fruit, and for lunch, it's an open-faced roast beef sandwich with sides of green beans and peaches. Back to you, JP.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Now to Hallie with the special interview.
Thank you, JP. If you don't know, it is a big time of the year for FFA members. Many FFA members have been competing in contests for a few weeks now, so in honor of that, we have the ag teacher, Mr. Sayre. How long have you been teaching FFA?
Well, Hallie, I've been an ag teacher and FFA advisor for 26 years. 22 of those have been here in Milan. My first 4 were at Clark County.
What's your favorite thing about teaching FFA?
You know, I really like to get to inspire kids, maybe get them to think outside of the box. I really love working with speakers and helping them, be not scared to talk in front of other people and just open up and teaching them some life skills.
Would you tell us a little bit about the FFA contest and how the season is going?
We're about in the middle of where we should be right now. Our leadership development events have qualified out of area to districts. Our knowledge team was 4th and they get to go to districts. Our creed speaker, Avery Sayre, she was 2nd and she goes on to districts. And our advanced public speaker, Janissa Martinez, was 1st at area and gets to go on to districts, and they compete next week, and we get to see how those are, if they go to state or not. Half of our career development events will compete next Wednesday, and then the other half will compete again that next Monday to see who qualifies for state.
How many kids do you expect to be going to state?
Well, we already have 7 state degrees recipients this year. Bobby Ann Richardson, Brady Sayre, Blake Idle, Marcos Lopez, Michael Pipes, and Zach Banner, I think that was 6, going to state convention already for their state FFA degrees. Blake, Brady, and Malin Cole, graduate of last year, have won their proficiency award areas, and they're going to be competing at state in proficiency categories. So we already have some going, and we hope to get at least, I would really be happy if we had 3 or 4 more teams or speakers to qualify.
What was one of the most difficult aspects of your members getting a state FFA degree?
You know, COVID, honestly, a couple of years ago really made some of the SAEs hard to work. We lost out on some of the activities that go on their leadership pages to get them points to earn their state degree. And I think, just dealing with COVID from the spring of what would be our sophomore year was a little difficult to work around. But, we had our kids who got in and they do their thing and they made their state degrees.
What do you think made star farmer Blake Idle so special?
Blake is just one of those great kids. He has a wonderful support system at home. Mom and dad, they have a large farm. They have the sale barn that they own. And Blake has been around livestock and animals his entire life. And with Blake becoming star farmer, we were able to go out and make visits and check on his livestock, and he's kept track of all that since he was a little kid. And doing this for him was pretty easy. He had one of the most points on a state degree application that I've ever seen. Just does a tremendous job and works really hard outside of school that I know that a lot of people may not know or understand, but the kid works an awful lot outside of school, and he's just a great attribute to our ag program with the things that he's accomplished with us.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Sayre. And now back to you, JP.
Thank you, Hallie. Baseball is in full swing. Here's Jeremy with 2 special interviews. Jeremy?
Thanks, Jocelyn. I'm a baseball senior in Blayton, Dibble, and I have a few questions for you. What's your favorite thing about playing baseball?
Just playing with the guys I've played with all my life.
What are you guys looking forward to this season?
Just getting that Putnam game back, getting the redemption.
What are your personal goals and your team goals?
Personal goal for me would be batting over 300, and a team goal we've set is winning districts and that conference championship.
All right, well, thank you, Blayton. I'm here with the baseball senior Deric Doporto, and I have a few questions for you. What's your favorite thing about playing baseball?
Playing with friends.
What games are you most looking forward to this season?
Putnam.
And what are your personal goals and team goals?
Get district title.
Thanks, Deric, and that's it for sports this week. Back to you, JP.
Thank you, Jeremy. Now to Janissa for this week's forecast.
Thank you, JP. With this weather, who knows what this next week will bring? And that's right, I'm here to tell you. Monday, 59 degrees, mostly cloudy. Tuesday, 72, mostly cloudy. Wednesday, 54 with showers. Thursday, 51, partly cloudy. Friday, 52, mostly cloudy. Riddle of the week. What does a thundercloud give out on Valentine's Day? A box of chocolates. Back to you, JP.
Thank you, Janissa. And that wraps it up for this week. Thank you for tuning in to Wildcat News. Be safe, respectful, and responsible. And remember that every day is a great day to be a Milan Wildcat.